In this session, we will study oxidation number. Oxidation number is also known as oxidation state. First, we understand the case of hydrogen chloride. In hydrogen chloride, this is a shared pair of electron which is more attracted towards chlorine atom. So chlorine acquires negative charge and hydrogen acquires positive charge. On this basis, we say electronegativity of chlorine is more than electronegativity of hydrogen. Electronegativity of chlorine is more than electronegativity of hydrogen. So generally we assign -1 charge to more electronegative atom and +1 charge. Here we can write -1 +1 charge to less electronegative atom. Here in the case it is hydrogen. From this, what can be the definition of oxidation number? The total number of electrons which an atom either gains or loses in order to form chemical bond with another atom is known as oxidation number. The total number of electrons which an atom either gains or loses in order to form chemical bond with another atom is known as oxidation number. Before we study anything related to oxidation number, we have to remember oxidation number or oxidation state. For ionic compound and for covalent compound, oxidation number here in ionic compound represents real charge. Like in the case of NaCl, Na plus and Cl minus. So in ionic compound, oxidation number or oxidation state represent the real charge. But in covalent compound, it is imaginary. In covalent compound, it represents imaginary charge. Some important point concerning oxidation number or oxidation state. Number 1, electronegativity of no two elements are same. For example, electronegativity of phosphorus is greater than hydrogen, of carbon greater than hydrogen, of sulfur greater than carbon. Same way, chlorine greater than nitrogen. Second point, oxidation state or oxidation number of any element can be positive or it can be negative. Can be positive or negative. Third point, oxidation state of element can be 0 or it may be whole number or it may be fractional value. This point can be understood by taking example. In FeCO5, metal Fe has oxidation state is equal to 0. In N3H, if we have to find out the oxidation state of nitrogen, say H2 nitrogen, so we have 3 nitrogen atom, 3x. Hydrogen plus 1, 3x plus 1 is equal to 0, 3x is equal to minus 1, we will get x is equal to minus 1 by 3. So here we have get the fractional value. Oxidation state is fractional value. FeCO5 0 and 3H, it is minus 1 by 3. Now in case of HF, fluorine has negative minus 1 oxidation state. Now fourth point, oxidation state of same element can be different in same compound. This point will be understood when we will take few examples. So these were some important points concerning oxidation state. Rules to find out oxidation number. First rule, consider the molecule in which both the atoms present are same. Say XX. Here, electronegativity of both the atoms is equal. Therefore, oxidation state for both will be 0. Second case, if X double bond X is there, here also we have same elements, same atoms joined, and therefore oxidation state will be minus 1, here it is minus 2 and minus 2 because there is a double bond. Now in the case of X triple bond X, here we have again 0 and 0 because both the atoms are same. Here in this case also we have 0 and 0 because both the atoms joined in a covalent bond, double covalent bond is same. That is why electronegativity difference is not there, and that is why in all the three cases oxidation state will be 0. Second point, if we have X covalent Y bond, means monocovalent bond, X double bond Y and X triple bond Y, say electronegativity of Y in all the three cases is more than electronegativity of X, then X will get positive 1, Y will get negative 1. X will get here negative 2 charge plus 2 charge, and here it is negative 2 for Y. Same way for X, it is positive 3, and for Y it is negative 3. So once more, for X and Y, if it is a monocovalent bond, plus 1 minus 1, here it is plus 2 minus 2, plus 3 and minus 3. Remember, electronegativity of Y is more than electronegativity of X. Next point. In alloy case, all the components present have oxidation number is equal to 0. In alloy case, all the components present have oxidation number 0. We can think any alloy like copper, aurum, it is an alloy of copper and aurum. Here we can take all the components having oxidation number 0. In amalgam also, oxidation state of metal is equal to 0. For example, sodium mercury amalgam, we can take oxidation state of metal sodium like 0. Next point. In elements of first group, लीना करे रब से कैसे फरियाद, all elements have +1 oxidation state. Elements of first group, लीना करे रब से कैसे फरियाद, all they have oxidation state +1. Next rule, elements of second group element, beta mange कार सारी बापा राजी, these are the elements present in second group, all have oxidation state +2. Seventh rule, the elements or we can say oxidation state of elements present in polyatomic molecule. For example, P4S8, oxidation state of phosphorus or sulfur is equal to 0. When we see the structure of P4 or S8, P4 tetrahedral structure and S8 like a crown structure, even then we can see that electronegativity difference will be 0 for all the P4 atoms and all 8 sulfur atoms. Therefore, we can say oxidation state of phosphorus or sulfur, when it is present in P4 or S8, it will be 0. Same way, free state, if element is present in free state, even then oxidation state will be 0. For example, Na, if it is in free state, then oxidation state is equal to 0. Like carbon, if it is in its standard form or free state, oxidation state is equal to 0. Now next rule, carbon, graphite, carbon in the form of diamond. So these are allotropes. Allotropes of carbon. Both have oxidation state is equal to 0. Even for sulfur, whether it is monoclinic or rhombic, oxidation state is equal to 0. Now next rule. Oxidation state of oxygen is generally -2. In maximum case, we find oxidation state of oxygen -2 in maximum compounds. But in few compounds, it is not found to be -2. For example, peroxide. In peroxide, oxidation state of oxygen is equal to -1. This linkage is known as peroxy linkage. Hydrogen peroxide, barium peroxide, etc., in which peroxy linkage is present. So we will consider oxidation state of oxygen to be -1. In case of OF2, as fluorine is more electronegative than oxygen, oxygen will get positive and fluorine will get negative oxidation state. Taking oxidation state of fluorine -1, we will get X -2 is equal to 0. So for oxygen, we will have positive oxidation 2. Oxidation state will be positive 2 for the case of OF2. Same way O2F2. For oxygen, we find out the oxidation state, so we will say X. So total number of oxygen are 2 here, that is why 2X -2 is equal to 0. Therefore 2X is equal to 2, so X is equal to 1. We can see element oxygen but have different oxidation state like -2, -1. If it is the case of O2, O double bond O, then because of no difference in electronegativity, both have 0 oxidation state. 0 oxidation state. So 0 also, -2, -1, +2, +1 also. In case of superoxide like KO2, taking K oxidation state to be +1, plus find out the oxidation state of oxygen, we will say X here, so we will get 2X is equal to overall charge is nothing, means 0. Therefore 2X is equal to -1, we will get X is equal to -1/2. So in the case of superoxide, oxidation state of oxygen is -1/2 also. 11 number, oxidation state of hydrogen is taken as +1, generally +1, but in case of metal hydride like MgH2, as metals have positive oxidation state, this is MgH2, so it is alkaline earth metal, +2, Mg +2 oxidation state. So hydrogen will have -1 oxidation state, means -1. In case of CuH, Cu is having -1 oxidation state, so hydrogen will have +1 oxidation state. In the case of H2, oxidation state of hydrogen is equal to 0 because hydrogen, a single covalent bond present between them, as there is no electronegativity difference between both the hydrogen. That is why oxidation state of hydrogen in H2 will be 0. Next point, for halogens, for example fluorine, if we take, fluorine has always -1 oxidation state. Only in the case of fluorine, it has oxidation state is equal to 0. Other halogen atoms like chlorine, bromine, iodine, they have oxidation state -1 as well as positive oxidation states also. Other halogen atoms have -1 as well as positive oxidation state also. But for chlorine, bromine, Br2 and iodine, in molecule, chlorine, bromine and iodine have oxidation state to be 0. Next point. Oxidation state of sulfur in sulfide is equal to -2. Let's take example, hydrogen sulfide. In hydrogen sulfide, sulfur has oxidation state -2. Same way in halides. Halogen has oxidation state -1. Oxidation state is equal to -1. Next rule. In neutral molecule like HNO3 or CO2, etc., the algebraic sum oxidation state, the sum of oxidation state of all atoms is equal to 0. This can be understood easily by taking example CO2. In CO2, oxidation state of carbon is +4 and of oxygen -2. We have 2 oxygen, so it is -4. So +4 -4 is equal to 0. Here we can see in this CO2 we have no charge, means it is 0. The sum of oxidation state of all atoms is equal to 0. The sum of oxidation state of all atoms in polyatomic anion or cation, the sum of oxidation state of all atoms in polyatomic anion or cation is equal to the charge present on anion or cation. This can be understood by taking example of CO3 2-. Let's take carbon oxidation state is equal to +4 and of oxygen it is -2. We have 3 atoms, so it is -6. -6 plus 4 is equal to -2. And one more rule. Aluminium has oxidation state +3. For example, in AlCl3, Al has +3 oxidation state and Cl has -1 oxidation state. Oxidation state of Al3 plus is equal to +3. So these are some important rules to find out the oxidation state. By using all these rules, we now find out oxidation state or oxidation number for the following cases. First case, take example of SO2. There are two ways. One way is formula method and second one is structural method. That is structural formula first we will draw and then we will find out the oxidation state. But it is generally needed in that cases in which oxidation number exceeds than the limiting oxidation state. That can be understood by taking some example. First we understand SO2. For sulfur, if we say suppose X, for each oxygen we take -2. So X minus 4 is equal to 0. X is equal to 4. So oxidation state of sulfur in SO2 is equal to 4. Second example, H2S, hydrogen sulfide. Taking oxidation state of hydrogen to be 1, we will get 2. For sulfur, it is X is equal to, there is no charge on the compound, so 0. Therefore, X is equal to -2. X is equal to -2. Third example, H2SO3. H2SO3. Taking hydrogen to be +1, 2 plus for sulfur, suppose say X. For each oxygen it is -2, so 3 2s are 6. Therefore, overall charge is equal to 0. So from this, X minus 4 is equal to 0. X is equal to 4. So oxidation state or oxidation number is coming out to be 4 minus 2 again 4. Now next case. H2SO4, sulfuric acid. This is sulfurous acid. This is sulfuric acid. In H2SO4, hydrogen 2 1s are 2, plus for sulfur it is X, and for oxygen, each oxygen -2, so we will get -8 is equal to 0. So X minus 6 is equal to 0. X is equal to 6. In H2SO4, X is equal to 6. From the same example, if we have to find out oxidation state of sulfate ion, then X minus 8 is equal to -2. Therefore, X is equal to 6. So, sulfur in sulfuric acid or in sulfate ion is equal to this. How this can be understood easily? Because H2SO4 is made up of H plus, 2H plus and SO4 2 minus. So, if we separate the ions, we get sulfate ion in this same manner. Here in this case also we can find oxidation state of sulfur in SO3 2 minus ion. SO3 2 minus ion, same manner, X for sulfur say X, -6 is equal to -2, so X is equal to 4. So whether we find sulfur in H2SO3 or SO3 2 minus, the answer will be same. But we can see different oxidation states are possible for sulfur. Take few more examples. After this, we have suppose CO2, carbon dioxide. So in carbon dioxide, say for carbon X and for oxygen -2 into 2, that is -4. Therefore, X minus X is equal to 4. For each oxygen, we have -2. For each oxygen, we have -2 oxidation state. Therefore, X is equal to 4. Same way, KMnO4, potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate. This can be found out in different two ways. One is separating K plus and MnO4 minus, or directly taking KMnO4. Answer will remain the same. MnO4 minus. Say Mn is equal to X, and here for each oxygen we have -2 oxidation state. So 4 2s are 8, -8 is equal to -1. So X is equal to 7. X is equal to 7. If we find directly in KMnO4, taking K to be plus 1 plus Mn X and oxygen minus 8 is equal to 0. Therefore, X minus 7 is equal to 0. So, X is equal to 7. So, both the ways, if we consider MnO4 minus or KMnO4, the answer is the same. After having knowledge for these simple compounds, we try to understand some difficult compounds in which by formula method the answer is not available. For example, Carose acid, which has formula H2SO5. H2SO5. Here, by formula method, if we find out the answer of oxidation state of sulfur, then for hydrogen 2 ones are 2, for sulfur it is X, and for oxygen each oxygen minus 2, so 5 oxygen minus 10 is equal to overall charge is equal to 0. Therefore, X minus 8 is equal to 0. X is equal to, we will get 8. X is equal to 8. 2 minus 10, that is minus 8. So here oxidation state of sulfur comes out to be even more than its real oxidation state. So in this case, better if we draw the structure of H2SO5, or we have to consider peroxy bond present in it. So this is a simple, or we can say trick method, by which we can find out the real oxidation state of sulfur in H2SO5. Take H2SO5 to be H2SO3 plus O2. This is peroxy linkage. This is known as peroxy linkage. So peroxy linkage means this way peroxy linkage is present. Now we can find out the actual oxidation state of sulfur in H2SO5. H2SO3, 2 plus X minus 6. And here for each oxygen we will take only minus 1. So minus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, minus 2 plus 2 cancel. We will get X is equal to 6. So all you can understand, if we go by formula method, the answer is coming out to be 8, which is wrong. And this is the right answer. This is the right answer. X is equal to 6. Same way, in Marshall acid, H2H2O8, H2H2O8. First we will understand by formula method. Taking hydrogen to be 2, for sulfur X, so we have 2 sulfur, so 2X, and 8 2s are 16 is equal to 0. Therefore, 2X minus 14 is equal to 0. 2X is equal to 14. So, X is equal to 7. Again, the answer is wrong. Because oxidation state of sulfur comes out to be 7. So, here the answer is wrong. So, how to find out the right oxidation state? Either by drawing the structure or taking peroxy bond present or peroxy linkage present in this compound, we can find out the actual oxidation state of sulfur. Taking H2H2O8 to be H2H2O6 and O2, one peroxy linkage. One peroxide linkage, O2. Let us take 2 plus 2x minus 12, minus 2 is equal to 0. Minus 2 plus 2 cut. So we have got 2x is equal to 12. X is equal to 6. So by this trick method or simple method, we can find out the actual possible oxidation state in Marshall acid or say H2H2O8. So this is the real answer. Now, next example. CrO5, which is also known as blue perchromate, which has a structure like butterfly. First we find out the oxidation state according to formula method. Say H2Cr and minus 10 for oxygen, because for each oxygen oxidation state is equal to minus 2. So 5 to 10 is equal to 0. Therefore X is equal to, we will get 10. But as we know, this is not possible for the case of chromium. Chromium oxidation state 10 is not possible. So this is wrong. So better if we draw the structure, or by trick method as I mentioned, we can find out the real oxidation state possible in the case of chromium. When we draw the structure of CrO5, the structure is same as like butterfly. Here we have peroxide linkage, here also we have peroxide linkage. So because of peroxide linkage, we have two peroxide linkage. So CrO5, it can be written as CrO plus O2 two times O2 or O2 twice. This is peroxide linkage. Peroxide linkage. Now for Cr, say X minus 2, and here we have for each oxygen we will take minus 1. So minus 4 is equal to 0. Therefore X minus 6 is equal to 0. We will get X is equal to 6. So this is the right answer. This is the right answer. X is equal to 6. In the case of CrO5, the oxidation state 10 is wrong, but right is what? X is equal to 6. By using this structure, this is peroxy linkage. So minus 1, here also minus 1. Here also minus 1 and here also minus 1. But here it is minus 2. So we will get plus 2 here. Plus 1 from each. So total we will get oxidation state of chromium to be 6. So we can find out either by using this trick method or by using structure, but by formula method the answer is coming out to be wrong. Next one, 11th. If we have to find out oxidation state of say MnO4 minus, this is very simple example and can easily be done by formula method. Say X minus 4 2 8 is equal to minus 2. We will get X is equal to 6. So oxidation state of manganese in MnO42 minus is equal to 6. Now C3O2. C3O2 carbon suboxide. Carbon suboxide. By formula method, if we have to find out, then for 3 carbon, say 3x, for 2 oxygen, minus 4 is equal to 0. So 3x is equal to 4, x is equal to 4 by 3. But remember, this 4 by 3, it is wrong answer. It is wrong answer. Yes, if it is asked to you that find out average oxidation number, then this is right. But if it is asked to you that find out the oxidation number of carbon, then do not write this answer. How to find out the answer for this? Let's draw the structure of carbon suboxide. Now we will understand how we can find out oxidation state of each carbon. For this carbon which is present in the center, it is attached with other 2 carbon atoms. So this carbon will get 0 oxidation state. For this central carbon, it will be 0. Now for this carbon, say minus 2 oxidation state for oxygen. So this carbon will get plus 2 oxidation state. Same way for this oxygen, it is minus 2. So this will get plus 2 oxidation state. Now from this, we can also find out this average value. We have total 3 carbon atoms, which has oxidation number. Average oxidation state of carbon is plus 2, plus 0, plus 2. And total number of carbon atoms are 3. So divided by 3. So we can write 2 plus 2, 4 divided by 3. But this answer is wrong because 4 by 3 is average oxidation state. So this is about carbon suboxide. Next, Br3O8. Br3O8. Tribromo octaoxide. Tribromo octaoxide. First we understand by using the formula method. 3x minus 16 is equal to 0. For each bromine, consider x. So we will get 3x. For each oxygen, oxidation state is equal to minus 2. So 8 2s are 16. So 3x minus 16 is equal to 0. Therefore, 3x is equal to 16. So x is equal to 16 by 3. But this is wrong answer. Or we don't want to speak wrong answer, then it is average oxidation state or average oxidation number. But when we draw the structure of Br3O8, let us understand how this answer is average oxidation state. So for each oxygen, say minus 2, and minus 2. So first of all, this bromine will get positive 6, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. So oxidation state is plus 6 for this bromine. Correct? Now, for this bromine, oxidation minus 2, again oxidation state of oxygen minus 2. Oxidation state minus 2, here also oxidation state minus 2. So for this bromine, we will get plus 4 oxidation state. Plus 4 oxidation state. Same way in this bromine, third bromine, we have minus 2 oxygen, minus 2, and here also oxidation state of oxygen is minus 2. So for this bromine, we have oxidation state is equal to +6. Now we find out whether average oxidation state 16 by 3 is correct or wrong. Let us check it. We have total 3 bromine. First bromine 6, second bromine 4, third bromine 6. Divided by total number of atoms of bromine are 3. Therefore, average oxidation state is equal to 16 by 3. But this is average. If it is there in the answer that 646, then we have to write 646. And if it is given that find out the average oxidation state, then we have to find or write 16 by 3. Now next case. For Ki3, oxidation state of iodine we want to find out. For K, it is +1, plus 3x is equal to 0. Therefore, 3x is equal to -1. So, x is equal to -1 by 3. X is equal to -1 by 3 for iodine. But this is again a wrong answer or average oxidation state. Now, how to find out the right oxidation state? Ki3 is made up of Ki plus I2. Ki plus I2. In Ki, the oxidation state of iodine is -1, but in iodine it is 0. Oxidation state is equal to 0. For 2 iodine we have 0, and for 1 iodine we have -1. So let us find average oxidation state -1 by 3 or not. Average oxidation state of iodine in Ki3. We have 3 iodine. For first iodine it is -1, but for 2 iodine we have 0 and 0. Divided by total number of iodine atoms is equal to 3. So here we have got -1 by 3. So average oxidation state of iodine in Ki3 is -1 by 3. 15 number now. Take example of say K3CrO8. K3CrO8. First find out the oxidation state of chromium by using formula method. Oxidation state of potassium to be +1. So we have 3 ones are 3 plus x minus 16 is equal to 0. So x minus 13 is equal to 0. 3 plus x minus 16 is equal to 0. X minus 13 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 13. For chromium it is 13, which is absolutely wrong. So how to find out oxidation state of chromium in K3CrO8? Let's try to understand this. First separate the ions as CrO8 3- because K is having positive 1 charge. So K plus 3K plus. So CrO8 3-. CrO8 3- can be written as CrO2 4 times 3-. So these are peroxide linkage. In peroxide linkage, oxygen oxidation state will be taken as -1. So oxidation state of chromium in K3CrO8, actual one, is X minus 8. For each oxygen, oxidation state is equal to -1 is equal to -3. Therefore, X is equal to 5. So, in K3CrO8, oxidation state of chromium is equal to 5. Na2S4O6, sodium tetrathionate, Na2S4O6. First find out sulfur oxidation state in Na2S4O6 by using formula method. Taking oxidation state of sodium to be 1, we will get 2 ones are 2 plus 4x minus 12 is equal to 0. For each oxygen it is minus 2, so 6 2s are minus 12. Therefore, 4x minus 10 is equal to 0. 4x is equal to 10. So x is equal to 10 by 4 or 5 by 2, or x is equal to 2.5. This is again we can say by formula method. But if we study the structure of Na2S4O6, this is the structure of Na2S4O6, Na, Na2, S4, and total number of oxygen 3 plus 3, 6. Now for this sulfur and this sulfur, oxidation state will be 0. Oxidation state will be 0 because this sulfur is attached with other two sulfur atoms. Same way this sulfur also attaches to these two sulfur. That is why oxidation number of central sulfur will be 0. But for this sulfur and this sulfur, we can find out oxidation state as follows. For this oxygen, it is minus 2. So for this sulfur, it will be plus 2. From this oxygen, it will be positive 2. From this oxygen, minus 1. So we have plus 1. From this oxygen, oxygen minus 2 oxidation state. So for sulfur, it is plus 2. So overall, oxidation state for this sulfur will be 2 plus 2 plus 1, that is what? 5. So 5 will be the right answer for this sulfur. Same way for this sulfur. For this oxygen, it is minus 2. So we can write here plus 2. Same way for this oxygen, we can write plus 1. And for this oxygen, as it is minus 2, this is plus 2. So, oxidation state of this sulfur is also 5. So, remember how to write the answer oxidation state of sulfur in Na2S4O6, or you can also say S4O6 2 minus ion, tetrathionate ion. Answer will be the same. Correct? So, for this sulfur 0 0 and for this sulfur 5 5. So, oxidation state is 5 0 0 and 5. Remember, if we bring out the answer average oxidation state, average oxidation number or average oxidation state, then it will be the same as in this case also. But this is the right answer. If it is a question that find out the oxidation state of sulfur, then you have to write the answer 5 0 0 and 5, not 2.5. But if it is written that find out average oxidation state, then write down this answer. 2.5 will be the right answer. How 2.5 is possible in this case? Let us understand. Average oxidation number of sulfur. We have total 4 sulfur atoms. So 5 plus 0 plus 0 plus 5. And total number of atoms are 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Therefore, it is 10 by 4 or 5 by 2 or 2.5. So this is about Na2S4O6. Next. Fe3O4. Fe3O4 Fe3O4 first find out the oxidation state of Fe by using formula method. Say X to Fe, so we have 3 atoms, so 3X. For each oxygen we have -2, so 4 2s are 8 is equal to 0. So 3X is equal to 8. So X is equal to 8 by 3. But again I say, remember this is average oxidation state. Average oxidation state. But if we have to find out the oxidation state, then this is a mixed oxide. This is a mixed oxide of FeO and Fe2O3. FeO and Fe2O3. In FeO, oxidation state of Fe is +2, and in Fe2O3, oxidation state of Fe is +3. How this can be solved? Say X to Fe, so 2X. For each oxygen -2, so -6 is equal to 0. Therefore 2X is equal to 6, X is equal to 3. So oxidation state, real oxidation state will be 2 and 3, not 8 by 3. This is average. We can find out average again in this case also. For each Fe, we have 2, and here for each Fe, we have 3 plus 3. For here single Fe 2, and for here each Fe we have 3 and 3. So average oxidation state of Fe is equal to 2 plus 3 plus 3 divided by total number of Fe, 2 plus 1, 3. Therefore, answer will be 3 plus 3, 6 plus 2, 8 divided by 3. The same answer, that is the average answer. Here also 8 by 3. But as I mentioned that this is not the right answer. This is average. So if average is asked to you, write down 8 by 3. But if it is asked to find out the oxidation state of iron in Fe2O3, don't write this answer. Answer will be 2 and 3. Same way, Mn3O4, not Mn2O3, but Mn3O4, it is made up of MnO and MnO2. MnO and MnO2. In MnO, Mn oxidation state is +2. How it is +2? Because Mn, say X for Mn, and for oxygen say -2. So X minus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, X is equal to 2. So in MnO, oxidation state of Mn is +2. In MnO2, it is +4. How? X minus 4 is equal to 0. X is equal to 4. Let us check. These are the real oxidation state. But if it is asked average oxidation state, then average oxidation state, 2 into 2, that is 2 plus 2, 4, and here also we have 4, divided by 3 Mn atoms, therefore 8 by 3. So average oxidation state is 8 by 3. Average oxidation state is 8 by 3, but if we have to find out the Mn oxidation, that you have to write +2 and +4. Same way, Pb3O4. Again you write 2 PbO and PbO2. So all you can understand, this will be the same as case of Mn3O4. So in PbO, the oxidation state will be +2, and in PbO2, the oxidation state will be +4. And average oxidation state will be 2 plus 2 plus 4 divided by 3. Therefore, it is 8 by 3. So average oxidation state will be 8 by 3. One more simple case we understand. Say H2O. H2, water. Very simple case. Structure can be drawn as this way. Hydrogen, hydrogen. Hydrogen plus 1, so oxygen minus 1. From this bond, hydrogen plus 1, oxygen minus 1. From this OH bond also, hydrogen plus 1, oxygen minus 1. So, overall oxidation state of oxygen is equal to minus 2. Is equal to minus 2. And for both the hydrogen, we have oxidation state is equal to plus 1. H3PO4 H3PO3 H3PO2. This is phosphoric acid, phosphorus acid and phosphenic acid. So in the case of H3PO4, if we have to find out the oxidation state, then for each hydrogen 3 plus X minus 8, for each oxygen it is minus 2, so 4 2s are 8, is equal to overall charge in the compound is equal to 0. Therefore, X is equal to 5. So by formula method or by structural method, we will get the answer oxidation state of phosphorus to be plus 5. Same way in this case, 3 plus X minus 6 is equal to 0. For each oxygen it is minus 2. For each oxygen it is minus 2. So we will get 6. X minus 3 is equal to 0. So X is equal to 3. So phosphorus, oxidation state of phosphorus in H3PO3 is found to be 3. Here it is 5, here it is 3. Let us check for this case, H3PO2. Again 3 plus X minus 4 is equal to 0. Therefore, X minus 1 is equal to 0. So X is equal to 1. So we can find out different oxidation state. Next case, CrO4 2 minus, chromate ion, CrO4 2 minus. Oxidation state of Cr, X minus 8 is equal to minus 2. X minus 8, 4 2s are minus 8. For each oxygen it is minus 2 and overall charge is minus 2. So X minus 8 is equal to minus 2. 4 2s are minus 8 and is equal to overall charge is minus 2. Therefore, X is equal to 6. Remember one thing, that if this oxidation state exceeds than the real one, original one, then only we have to do structural formula. Structural formula will give us 100% right answer of oxidation state. 25th, Cr2O7 2 minus. It is a dichromate ion. Cr2O7 2 minus dichromate ion. For Cr, say X. So 2X minus 14. For each oxygen minus 2. So 7 2s are minus 14 is equal to minus 2. Therefore 2X is equal to 12. So X is equal to 6. So oxidation number of chromium is equal to 6 in Cr2O7 2 minus. Next compound, Na2H2O3. First we find out oxidation state of sulfur by using formula method. Oxidation state of Na is plus 1 and of oxygen it is minus 2. On that basis, for sulfur say X, we can find out 2 plus 2X minus 6 is equal to 0. Therefore 2X minus 4 is equal to 0. 2Na, 2, S, 2X, 3 2s are 6 is equal to 0. So 2X minus 4 is equal to 0. So X is equal to 2. X is equal to 2. but by drawing the structural formula, this is the structural formula of Na2H2O3, in which we can see that this sulfur has oxidation state -1. Now for this sulfur, from this oxygen double bond S, we will get +2. From this +1, and from this oxygen -2, therefore sulfur +2. So oxidation state of another sulfur will be +5. So what we can write, that oxidation state of sulfur is -1 and +5. If we want to find out X is equal to 2 means average oxidation state, then we have two oxidation state for different sulfur, which is -1 and +5. 5 minus 1 divided by 2, 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. So this is about the oxidation state of sulfur in case of Na2H2O3. Next case, CaOCl2, in which we have to find out the oxidation state of chlorine. By formula method, taking Ca as +2, oxygen as -2, what will be the answer? Say for chlorine X, what will be the answer? 2 minus 2 plus 2x is equal to 0. Since overall charge is equal to 0 on the molecule is neutral, compound is neutral, therefore it is 0. 2x is equal to 0, so x is equal to 0. So here in this case, by using formula method, oxidation state comes out to be 0 for chlorine, which is wrong. So how to find out right oxidation state? CaOCl and Cl. This is the structure from which we will write Ca2 plus, and for oxygen and chlorine, oxygen -2, because here it is +2. Here also it is -1. Here also it is -1. So in this case, Ca is having +2, oxygen is having -2, so chlorine will be having +1 structure, +1 oxidation state. So oxidation state of chlorine in CaOCl2 will be +1 and -1. Again, how to understand this? O and Cl bond, for oxygen it is -1, so it is +1. So this will get +1. For this chlorine also it is -1, so this will get +1. So for calcium, oxidation state is equal to +2, but for chlorine it is +1. Oxidation state will be +1 and -1. So this is oxidation state of chlorine in the case of CaOCl2. One more case we discuss, NoClO4. NO positive, ClO4 negative. On that basis, this is chlorate ion. So we can write down X -8 is equal to -1. Therefore, X is equal to 7. So oxidation state of chlorine is 7 in NoClO4. One more case, CH3 twice SO. We have to find out oxidation state of sulfur. How can we find it out? Oxidation state of CH3 is equal to +1. Oxidation state of oxygen is equal to -2. On that basis, we have 2 plus, for sulfur we say X. 2 plus X minus 2 is equal to 0. For CH3 it is 1, so 2 ones are 2 plus x minus 2. So ultimately x is equal to 0. One more case, NH4NO3, in which we have to find out oxidation state of both the nitrogen, then separate them as ions NH4 plus and NO3 minus. Here oxidation state of nitrogen will be x plus 4 is equal to plus 1, therefore x is equal to minus 3. In NH4 plus, oxidation state of nitrogen is minus 3. And in the case of NO3, say X for nitrogen, each oxygen oxidation state minus 2, so 3 2s are 6. So it is minus 1. So X is equal to 5. We can see that element nitrogen in the same compound have different oxidation state. After understanding about oxidation state, what are the applications of oxidation number that we try to understand? Applications of oxidation number. First of application, strength of acids and bases. For example, we have HClO, HClO2, HClO3 and HClO4. HClO, HClO2, HClO3 and HClO4. Find out oxidation state of chlorine in all these compounds. Here in this compound, it is plus 1. How plus 1? Hydrogen plus 1, for chlorine X, for oxygen minus 2 is equal to 0. So X minus 1 is equal to 0, therefore X is equal to plus 1. So oxidation state of chlorine in HClO is plus 1. In HClO2, 1 plus X minus 4 is equal to 0. So X minus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to 3. Oxidation state of chlorine is plus 3 in case of HClO2. Now in HClO3, oxidation state of chlorine, 1 plus X minus 6 is equal to 0. Therefore, X minus 5 is equal to 0. So, oxidation state of chlorine is found to be plus 5. And in HClO4, 1 plus X minus 8 is equal to 0. So, X minus 7, 0. Therefore, X is equal to 7. X minus 7 is equal to 0. Therefore, X is equal to 7. Oxidation state of chlorine. More is the oxidation state, more will be the strength as acid. So what can we write? Strength of acid proportional to oxidation state or oxidation number for acids. Strength of acid proportional to oxidation state or oxidation number for acids. So how can we write the order? HClO4, strongest in all these four. So order can be written HClO4, HClO3, HClO2 and finally HClO. Same way, strength of base inversely proportional to oxidation number or oxidation state. strength of base inversely proportional to oxidation number. Second point, the given compound will act as oxidizing agent, reducing agent, or as both, oxidizing agent or reducing agent as both. How can we determine by using the knowledge of oxidation number? Let us check. For KMnO4, effective element Mn has oxidation state 7. How 7? Actually, in my previous lecture, I had told about it regarding this also, how to find out the oxidation state of Mn. Even then, once more we understand how to find out oxidation state of Mn in KMnO4. Taking 1 to K, Mnx minus 8 is equal to 0, x is equal to 7. So effective element Mn has oxidation state 7. As we know that Mn highest oxidation state is 7. Highest oxidation state for Mn is equal to plus 7. This can also be understood if we write the electronic configuration of Mn. Even then we can understand that our highest oxidation state for Mn is plus 7. It means what? That it can behave only as oxidizing agent. It can behave only as what? Oxidizing agent. Same case we study for K2Cr2O7. In K2Cr2O7, why it can behave only as an oxidizing agent? Let us look. 2 for 2K for Cr2 2x minus 7 to the 14 is equal to 0. Therefore, 2x is equal to 12, x is equal to 6. Maximum oxidation state of chromium. Maximum oxidation state of chromium is 6. So both can act as oxidizing agent only. Now, PH3, NH3 and CH4, whether they behave as oxidizing agent or reducing agent, how can we confirm this? So for this we have to find out minimum oxidation state. Here we have found out maximum oxidation state. Here we will find minimum oxidation state. In this case PH3, P has oxidation state minus 3. How minus 3? Simply drawing the structure. H is plus 1. So this is minus 1. Again this is plus 1. This is minus 1. Plus 1, minus 1. On the difference of electronegativity, phosphorus has oxidation state minus 3. Therefore, this is the minimum oxidation state for the effective element phosphorus. That means PH3 can behave as reducing agent only. Reducing agent only. Same way we can understand for NH3 and CH4 also. But for another example or another molecule, they can behave as oxidizing agent also and reducing agent also. Let's look for that example. Take example of HNO2, which is also known as nitrous acid. How nitrous acid will behave as oxidizing agent as well as reducing agent. Why does it behave as both? Find out the oxidation state of nitrogen in HNO2. Say 1 to hydrogen and X and 2 to 4 for oxygen. we will get x is equal to 3. So it is not maximum, it is not minimum, but the intermediate value of oxidation state for nitrogen, and that is why we can say that it can work as oxidizing agent as well as reducing agent. Next point, find out equivalent weight, of oxidant as well as reductant. For Cr2O7 in acidic medium, when it behaves as oxidant, Cr2O7 2 minus ion plus 14H plus 6 electron minus, this is actually the balancing equation of dichromate ion in acidic medium, will give 2Cr3 plus 7H2. Let us check the balance on both the sides. Cr2, 2Cr, 7 oxygen, 7 2s are 14 hydrogen, and charges 14 plus and minus 8, so it will be 8. 6 and 2, 8, and this is 14. So 14 minus 8 will be 6. Here also 2 3s are 6. So charges as well as atoms, it is balanced in all manners. Let us look how to find out equivalent weight of chromium. Here the oxidation state will be 6, mentioned earlier also. So 6 into 2, that will be 12. And in this case, 1 chromium 3 plus, so 2 chromium 6. So total number of electron difference is 6 electron. Therefore, we can write equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight divided by 6. Molecular weight divided by 6. Another example for reductant. Take example of oxalate ion C2O4 2 minus will give 2 CO2 plus 2 electron minus. Since we can see N factor is equal to 2, therefore molecular weight is divided by 2 will give us equivalent weight. After getting knowledge of dichromate ion and oxalate ion, let us study for how to find out equivalent weight for the case of KMnO4, because KMnO4 acting as oxidizing agent in all the three medium, basic medium, neutral medium and acidic medium as well. Equivalent weight of KMnO4. KMnO4 in basic medium in neutral medium and in acidic medium. Basic medium, neutral medium and acidic medium. First, as all you know very well, that oxidation state of Mn in KMnO4 is plus 7. Now, when it converts or when it behaves as oxidizing agent, then in basic medium it gives MnO4 2 minus ion. MnO4 2 minus ion. In neutral medium, it gives MnO2, and in acidic medium, it converts to Mn2 plus. Find out oxidation state in all the three cases. In MnO4 2 minus, x minus 8 is equal to minus 2, so x is equal to 6. So from 7 to 6, only transfer of one electron. Therefore, equivalent weight of KMnO4 in basic medium, molecular weight divided by simple 1. Now in neutral medium, as it converts to MnO2, find out the oxidation state of Mn in MnO2. X minus 4 is equal to 0. So X is equal to 4. So number of transfer of electrons 7 and 4. So we have only 3 electrons. Therefore, KMnO4, when it behaves as oxidizing agent in neutral medium, then equivalent weight of KMnO4 can be found out by dividing molecular weight just by 3, n factor 3. And now, in acidic medium, as it converts to Mn2 plus, so here it is plus 7 charge, here we have oxidation state plus 2. Therefore, number of transfer of electron is 5 electron. 7 and 2, margin is of 5 electron. Therefore, equivalent weight of KMnO4 is equal to molecular weight divided by 5. Okay, this is the knowledge, but in the exam you just remember by this manner: B and A. B basic medium, and neutral medium, A acidic medium, and 1, 3, 5. So how to remember B and A 1, 3, 5? So this is easiest way to remember equivalent weight. B and A 1, 3, 5. Validity of compound. Can also be understood easily by using the knowledge of oxidation number, or we can also say that molecular formula can also be found out by using the knowledge of oxidation number. How we understand validity of compound? Say we write carbon dioxide, CO2. Oxidation state of carbon is plus 4 and of oxygen it is minus 2. So for each oxygen it is minus 2. So minus 2 into 2, that is minus 4. So minus 4 plus 4 is equal to 0. So here also we can see this is neutral molecule or neutral compound. Same way H2SO4. Of each hydrogen plus 1, so plus 2. For sulfur the oxidation state is plus 6. And for each oxygen it is minus 2, 4s are 8. So we will get minus 8. So ultimately sum will be 0. So H2SO4 is a correct formula, or we can say we can validate the formula of given compound. CO3 2 minus. CO3 2 minus. Whether this ion is right or wrong. Carbon 4 and of each oxygen minus 2. 3 2s are minus 6. Therefore it is minus 2. So we can say the charge given in this ion is also correct. So these were some important usefulness of oxidation number.